So I pruned most of this lemon balm. It was looking a little raggedy, so I pruned most of it. And John 15:2 was coming in my mind, because every branch that bringeth forth fruit, it has to be purged so more fruit may come. And so in this walk, sometimes the Most High, it may feel like he's breaking you completely down. It may feel like you're getting purged, you're getting cleansed. It's always something. But in order to bring forth more fruit, in order for you to grow so that you can bring forth more good, righteous fruit, in order for you to become the woman that he's calling you to be, you have to get pruned and cut down. I wish I would have showed y'all how tall it was and leaning over, but it's not going to grow like that. It's not going to grow like that when it's leaning over and it's bad leaves and it's all over the place. It needs to get pruned and chopped down so that there's more room for it to grow even taller and even bigger. So just remember that, keep that in mind. And see how, we have some new lemon balm coming up. We got to give that time and room to come through and grow. But it's not going to if I let this continue to grow with bad leaves, leaning over, pests all around it. I gotta prune it and chop it down, or this new lemon balm that's coming up won't grow. So if you want to grow, you gotta get pruned and cut down. The Most High has to purge you and send you through the fire. So yes, it may feel like it's trial after trial, but isn't that a good thing? Aren't you praying to make it to the kingdom? Don't you include that in your prayer that you make it into the kingdom? If you want to make it into the kingdom, you got to get cut down. The Most High has to separate the wheat from the tares. He has to see who's sincere. He has to see who's really going to endure to the end, because he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. He has to see who's willing to go through hell and back for my sake. He has to see who's willing to love me more than their mother and their father. He has to see who's willing to endure to the very end and not compromise. Who's going to keep their integrity? Who's going to hold fast to this word of life? Who's going to do it? So he has to put you through this fire to see. And are you passing the test? Are you complaining? I'm sick of this. What you going to do, sis? Keep enduring. And on another note, I'm out here in my garden. Oh, that worm. Get out. Okay. I'm out here in my garden, and I planted a few things, and it's been taking some time for it to come through. My parsley's flourishing per usual. This is a Cuban oregano. I got that from the farmer's market, and my tomato is doing well as per usual. I'll press one side. Parsley. Okay, so let me give y'all a backstory. So I planted all of this, and I came over to the side of the house, and I was like, I'm about to throw this away because I ain't seeing no sprouts. Lo and behold, parsley sprouting. Lo and behold, green beans are starting to sprout. Lo and behold, what is this right here? Oregano, that's starting to sprout. Lo and behold, lettuce is starting to sprout. What else I got through the spirit? And dill. This is starting to sprout. And so it reminded me of the Pentecost lesson / first fruits lesson that the brother Azrael did from the Hopeful Elect. You never know what's going on under that soil. You never know what's going underneath. You know what I'm saying? So don't count anybody out. You never know what the Most High is doing behind closed doors. You never know how the Most High is moving pieces in your life that you can't see. You never know how the trials you're going through are going to help you grow. So don't give up yet just because you're not seeing the fruits and the reward that you would like. Don't give up yet because things are not going how you thought they would go. Don't give up yet because, it's taking longer than you expected, and you're not, and it's not going according to your will and what you thought should be happening and going according to your ways. It's supposed to go according to the Most High's perfect will, according to the Most High's time. And it was never supposed to be our will. It was never supposed to be our thoughts. So we have to make sure that we're submitting our desires unto the Most High. Ultimately, whatever His will may be done. That's what Christ prayed. Let your will be done, Father, not mine. So I was literally about to come over here and throw all these pots away. I was like, I'm over it. I was. And that's on me. I shouldn't have did that. So this is really the Most High's mercy. And I thank you, Abba. All praise to the Most High. But yeah, I was about to throw these away, and then I'm getting some sprouts. So don't throw in the towel just because it's not going how you thought. Don't throw in the towel because it's difficult. Don't throw in the towel because it's uncomfortable. Don't throw in the towel because it's taking a long time. This is how we get tried. This is how real women are made. So we got to go through these things, and our patience and our faith have to be tested in order for the Most High to see, are we really the women that we claim to be? So, hey, Galatians 6:9, be ye not weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap, we faint not. So check this out. I looked up, why do you have to prune plants? It says pruning is essential for maintaining plant health, boosting growth, and controlling shape. It redirects the plant's energy to healthy branches, increase flower and fruit yields, improve sunlight and airflow, and remove hazardous or diseased parts. So Right here it says key benefits of pruning include disease and pest control. Trimming away dead, diseased, or infested branches prevents the spread of harmful fungi and insects to the rest of the plant. So let's get this real quick because it makes me think of this. A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. 1 Corinthians 5:7. 1 Corinthians 5:6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us. Therefore let us keep the feast not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. So of course this is, referring to that time of Passover, unleavened bread, but Passover is not the only time where we should be purging out leaven, because leaven is just wickedness. Leaven is just malice. That's all leaven is. Leaven is wickedness and malice. It's sin. That's not the only time we should be purging out this sin from our bodies. So back to this disease and pest control. Trimming away dead, diseased, or infested branches prevents the spread of harmful fungi. So we have to cut off that old leaven so that way it doesn't infect and it spread, because a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So if you even give Satan any room, a crack, that's all he needs. So if we don't get pruned, if the Most High doesn't prune us, if he doesn't send us through the fire, then the things that we're battling with is just going to continue to spread, and we're just going to be like an infected vessel. And we don't want to be infected vessels. We want to be vessels unto righteousness. Let's get that verse really quick. 2 Timothy 2, chapter 20. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. And if a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. I'm going to read verse 22 as well. Flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. So the Most High has to send us to the fire. He has to prune us and, purge us, because if he doesn't, then that little leaven is going to leaven the whole lump. So you have to prune a plant, because if you don't, then the infections and the pests and disease are going to infect the entire plant, and the plant is going to be dead and it's not going to be healthy. It's the same thing with us. If the Most High doesn't prune us and purge us, that sin that we're battling is going to infect us, and we're not going to be vessels unto righteousness. And our whole goal is to be vessels unto righteousness. We don't want to be vessels of dishonor. We want to be vessels of honor. So it's very important that we kind of try to, not kind of, but it is important that we find the good in the trials that we're going through, because the Most High is doing it for a reason. And we all are praying and hoping that we get the kingdom. That's not just going to be a light thing. So if you want to get the kingdom, then you have to go through this. So it's not, oh my gosh, why I keep going through this? No, it's all praise to the Most High that you see me fit, because this is answered prayers right here. This is how we grow. This is how we overcome those things we're battling. You're praying for more patience. You're praying to be more submissive. You're praying to be more gentle. You're praying that you put off the old ways. The Most High is going to really put you through that. That's how you get better. And then right here it says, cutting off old growth signals the plant to redirect its energy, resulting in bushier, more vigorous new growth and larger blooms. So cut off that old growth. In order for you to grow, you got to cut off the old growth and redirect your energy into truly becoming a woman of Christ. Like we say we are. We say we're renewed. We say we are followers after Christ. We say we're prisoners of Yahweh Shai. Well, if that's really true, then we're going to have to go through some things. We're going to have to go through some things. So just try to find the joy when we're going through it. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. But hey, if we want to grow and become those kingdom-minded women, then we have to be purged, because a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. And again, like I brought out earlier, John 15:2, I'm going to read it. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth, that it may bring forth more fruit. So notice how it says, every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. So would you rather be not bearing any fruit and get taken away out of this truth and bugged out of your mind? Or would you rather be bearing fruit and he sees something in you, so he purges you so you can bring bring forth even more fruit? Which one would you rather have? So don't complain and woe is me and oh my God. No, he's dealing with you. He sees something in you, and Satan sees something in you too. And Satan is trying to do everything he can to get you to stop serving the Most High. So are you going to keep letting him? Because all Satan needs is a crack. All he needs is an inch, and you giving him that inch. So look, we got to get up. This is a classic right here. And again, it's easier said than done, but we can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthens us. This is Romans 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. So glory in those tribulations. And then I'm gonna get this as well. 2 Corinthians 12:9. It reads, Summer start at 8. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Yahweh Shah may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities and reproaches and necessities and the persecutions and distresses for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. So when you feel like you're on your last leg, that's when you're the strongest. Because when you're weak, that's when you're truly strong, because the Lord is your strength. So remember this as we go throughout our week and in this walk in general, that if we want to grow, we're going to have to go through things, because Christ said we have to drink of his cup and be baptized with the same baptism that he was baptized with. And when you look at that blue letter, that definition of baptism, it means afflictions and calamities in which one is overwhelmed. So sometimes you're going to feel overwhelmed with calamities and afflictions, but this is the cup Christ drank. And this is really nothing. This is light affliction, as Paul said in 2 Corinthians 4. So we just got to find the good in our tribulation that we're going through and realize that the Most High, he's ultimately dealing with us. And that's Hebrews. The Most High is dealing with us and he loves us. And this is the way that he showed that he loves us. Hebrews 12, and let me just jump down straight to verse number 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. So if you're going through chastisement, then the Lord loves you. So you should be thankful that you're going through it, because if you weren't going through anything, you'd be bugged out of your mind. You wouldn't be in this truth. So again, every branch that is not bringing forth fruit, he taketh away. But every branch that is bearing fruit, he purgeth it. So would you rather be a branch that's not bearing fruit and you get taken out of this truth, or would you rather be a branch that is bearing fruit and he sees that you're bearing fruit, and so he wants you to grow, so he puts you through tribulation so you can grow and bring forth more fruit? Which one would you rather have? There's not an easy way in this truth, okay? So we got to stop trying to find the easy way out. If we want to get the kingdom, we're gonna have to go through hell and back. If we truly want to get the kingdom, we have to endure to the end. If we want to get the kingdom, there's going to be some horrible things we may have to endure through. Jacob's trouble, when you're in a FEMA camp, or when you might be under the guillotine, and when you're in a prison cell, it's going to be all type of things going on, because those same things happened to the apostles. And when we read Acts, and those same things are going to happen again, because there's nothing new under the sun. We are reading these things, and we know these things are going to happen. So if we really want to get the kingdom, we're going to have to go through some really hard trials and tribulations. But we have to remember that we can do all things through Christ. And if we want to get the kingdom, these are the things we have to go through, because we have to ultimately drink of Christ's cup. And to be a follower of Christ, we are mimicking Christ, meaning we're going to go through the things Christ went through. So if we say we're true followers of Christ, then be a true follower and endure all things for his name's sake. So all praise to the Most High. Y'all keep enduring. Love y'all.